once you get exposed, you cannot be unexposed. So when you get exposed to a different lifestyle and you see people that's in shape and you see it's possible for you to be in shape, or you see a different level of success and you see people that can help you get to that level, you see that level is achievable, or if you do certain things to get you to the next level, and you start to see everything for what it is. There's no more lies, and you know you have to put in the work, you know you have to give sacrifices, you know you have to give up certain things, you know you have to be okay with the uncertainty. And you're gonna realize this one thing, that we need losers to measure what a winner is. Winners are going to go after everything that they want. Losers are going to make excuses. Losers are going to settle. And when you're in that season of building, and you're in that season of creating the best version of yourself, you know what it takes. Because you're going to start to show up every single day. You're going to start to get more clarity. The path is going to illuminate as you walk it. And everything is going to start making sense. So now we're getting into a new phase of life where quitting is not an option. Showing up is the only option. And we measure ourselves, real men, we measure ourselves from the fact that we won't quit. We don't measure ourselves with the results and the outcome. Because something in your life right now that you have, and you wanted so bad when you was younger, or you want it so bad, you have it now and you don't value it as when you had it. The only fulfillment that we get that we don't realize as humans is the chasing process, is a process of getting it. Because when you actually get it, you actually have it for a month or two, whether it's a car or a girl or a pair of shoes, whatever it is. Once we get the desired outcome that we have, it becomes our new normal. And we're chasing the next best thing, the next best thing. And when you measure yourself from the fact that you won't quit, well, now you're building internal attributes with confidence, clarity. You're seeing more clear your vision, because we know that the outcome is inevitable. We're showing up to become that man, that individual that can achieve anything. Because the process is more important than the results itself. And I had to realize this once I got jacked, once I was able to bitch 315, because I need a bitch 315, I need a bitch 315. Now that I bitch 315, I squat 405. What else is now? Keep going to the next. It's gonna be the same feeling. It's gonna be the same feeling when you get that supercar. Remember, I always wanted my Corvette. Oh my God, Corvette. Drove for a month or two, seen a Ferrari, seen a McLaren. Oh, now I want a Ferrari McLaren. But before, I was glorifying, idolizing this Corvette because I wanted it. Now I want a McLaren. But now I know, as I'm in my personal development phase, where I only measure myself for the person that I have to become to get the results. And I know that my people is watching me. So I can't quit, because I have people that's counting on me, people that I'm motivating. I have my family that I'm taking care of. So quitting is not an option. My validation comes from my work. My validation comes from the fact that I showed up every single day. I will be the beacon and the light for the people that need motivation. Because this is bigger than us. Like, we're all gonna get our desired outcome. We're all gonna, if you keep showing up on YouTube, you're gonna get those subscribers that you want. If you keep showing up with your job, you're gonna eventually get that raise. Or if you keep showing up in your business, you're gonna eventually it's gonna expand. And when these things do come, measure yourself from the fact you didn't quit. Because materialistic fades. Everything fades, bro. And I had somebody today that was talking to me. He was like, every day, huh? I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? And he was like, you're gonna continue to show up every day? I said, yes. Yes, I'm gonna continue to show up every day. Our soul dies if we don't have problems and things that we need to solve. Our bodies and our brains are meant to work. It blows my mind that some people want to get to a level of income where they don't have to work anymore, where they can relax. You are dying. Where's the growth process? This is why they say you win in your losing season, you lose in your winning season. Because when you're winning, you're meeting all your needs. There's no growth. There's no growth for you to go out and go get more. But when you have your back against the wall, everything coming against you, that's when you get the most blessings. That's when you gain the most capacity. That's when you gain everything because you had to work for it. You had your back against the wall. You had to get up every day and force yourself to level up. Your level of stress management is the ceiling to your potential. The reason why we go through hard times, the reason why they say don't quit in hard times, because those good days are shining. But when you're in that season, you have to realize this. The things that you're going through in life are for a reason. Problems are gifts. So this is why you must measure yourself with the result that you won't quit, because you're expanding your capacity. I would say when you're getting your way and when you get to that level, you're dying if you don't continue to work. Yes, I know, take breaks. Yes, I'm not talking about being a fucking robot. Yes, 8 hours of sleep, whatever. It's gonna get to a point where you need 8 hours of sleep. I wake up because I have to. Like my brain is going to wander if it's not stimulated. I have to constantly work. I have to constantly put out videos. I have to constantly implement, because that's what keeps me going. But I'm saying when you get to a level of success, you're going to realize that the outcome was the most precious. I mean, the results, not the results, but the process was the most precious thing about it. You're going to be so happy that you went through these things because it's going to expand your capacity. And I see it all the time, bro. People quitting because they won't get their desired outcome. People just give up. They'll start their 90-day workout program. They'll quit on the first month. They want to make content, but they'll quit because they're not fucking good at making content. Bro, people always come to me and say, oh, it's easy for you to say you're good at making content. Bro, I used to suck. I used to be so embarrassed of myself to put put up an IG talking head story. I used to be so embarrassed to put that on there because I didn't want to lose the girls that I had on my Instagram. So I will only post on YouTube because I know the people that won't see my YouTube. Like, I put myself out there so much to the point where I lost people, I look stupid. To gain this confidence to speak on camera, bro, I went through hell, and I'm still learning. It's only been my first year actually speaking on camera consistently, every day, not giving up. But I measure myself through the process. I measure myself through the failures that I went through, and I kept going because I couldn't speak on camera. I couldn't put words together. People was talking about me. Oh, you got a lisp. Oh, you're stuttering over your words. You're all over the place. I took it as feedback. That's okay. I'm gonna get better. And as I was getting addicted to getting better, that was the most fulfillment part. As I started to gain more weight, get stronger in the gym, gain more clarity on my vision, get more better at speaking. As I was learning more about my client fulfillment, learning more about content, the process became fun to me because every single day was a growing pain, but also it was fulfilling because I was learning. I knew what success took. I knew success took failures. I knew you had to look like a fool before you turn into a teacher. I knew you had to crawl before you can run. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on becoming better. I became so good at speaking on camera that you can't keep me off in the camera. You can't make me shut up. I love this shit so much. I love what I do because I'm saving lives. I'm saving lives that people that want to hear this. And it's like I'm talking to my old version of myself. How can I quit doing something that I love? And people are like, oh, you gotta do it every day.